HarperCollins presents My Sister's Lies by S.D. Robertson. Read by Emma Pallant. Prologue. She waves goodbye to him through the windscreen of her car and congratulates herself on a fine acting performance. She's fairly certain she managed not to give anything away while driving the short journey to the station. It wasn't as hard as it might have been with another person. Things were bound to be awkward between them anyway, particularly after last night and everything they discussed. But still, she could easily have said or done something to raise his suspicions, to signal her intentions, yet she didn't. Now she's confident he'll be almost as shocked as everyone else by her death. Not long to go. But first things first. She drives the car a short distance until she spots a postbox. Then she parks at the side of the road, unzips her handbag and pulls out the small padded envelope she placed in there earlier. She holds it in her hands for a moment, her eyes briefly scanning the name and address, plus the postage label she printed off in the early hours, then lets out a slow sigh and feels a couple of tears trickle down either cheek. This little package looks like so many others she's posted out, selling bits and bobs on eBay. But it couldn't be more different. And by posting it, she will be sealing her fate. There'll be no going back after that. She gets out of the car and stands in front of the red pillar box, hesitates for a moment, looks at the name and address one more time, checking again that they're right, and shoves it through the open slot before she can change her mind. It's done. She returns to the car, looks at her pale face in the mirror and then drives on, one step closer to the end. She arrives at Costa a few minutes later. It's the coffee branch they always used to go to together before doing the shopping on a Saturday morning. It's much quieter this early on a weekday. She orders the same as they always did, a latte and a hot chocolate, even though it's only her now. She's tempted to order a biscuit or cake too, but decides she probably won't be able to manage it. She sips the latte and pretends she's not alone. Trawls her memory for an image of another hot chocolate in a pair of hands on one of those glorious Saturdays which she never properly appreciated until they were over. It's the same with so much in life, she thinks. You take wonderful things for granted, only realizing how amazing they are when they're no longer there. It's incredible what imminent death does for your sense of perspective. She doesn't actually drink much of her coffee, fearful the caffeine might upset her stomach. Ordering a decaf would have been more sensible, or drinking the hot chocolate instead. But she wants to experience the taste exactly as it was in the days she remembers so fondly. That and the smell certainly do the trick. When she closes her eyes, she's hurtled headfirst into the past. She stays there as long as she can, revelling in its warm glow, until the cup her hand circles grows cold, and wearily she returns to the present, her last morning on Earth. "Goodbye," a chirpy staff member, barely more than a girl, says to her as she gets up to leave. "Have a nice day." "Thanks. You too," she replies, with a smile, conscious of the fact that this could be the last thing she ever says to another person. Before she starts the car, she has a moment of panic. For a second it feels she can't breathe, as a voice in her head tells her she's handling everything wrong, that she shouldn't go ahead with it. It certainly wasn't her first choice of how to proceed, but it's the only option she has left now, isn't it? She stares at a tree in the distance and tries to focus her mind.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?